Alright, what's up? Been talking a lot about TNA wrestling with Ian lately, and I maybe want to do a video on my TNA wrestling DVD collection here. I'm gonna start off here with me the earliest TNA DVDs that I own, with more of the earlier footage. I've only seen all of these events one time, so I can't really remember that much of all of them. But if I remember a fight that's good, I'll tell you, and if I remember a fight's shit, I'll tell you. Other than that, you can decide for yourself. Start off here with a TNA Epic Anthology set. Has Victory Road 04, Turning Point 04, and Lockdown 05. Right. Start off with Victory Road 04 here. This is the fights for you. NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy, featuring Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. It's a good fight. X Division Championship, Petey Williams versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Actually, a good match. They are two great wrestlers. World Tag Title match, Team Canada versus 3 Live Crew. I don't remember that match. Monsters Ball, the Alpha male Monty Brown. I never really liked him for some reason. I don't really know why. He was quite over, but I just never liked him. Versus Raven and versus Abyss. Monsters Ball's matches are usually good, so it's probably alright. X-Man 20-man Gauntlet. I don't really remember that fight. Had a Piper's Pit with Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka. Well, yeah, we really working after the famous Piper's Pit back in the day. Triple X versus America's Most Wanted, that was a good fight. The Naturals, Kid Nash and Dallas versus Ron True Killings, Johnny Bad, Eric Watts and Pat Kenny. Crap match. Trinity versus Jacqueline, I'm sure that was shite as well, I can't really remember it. Victory Road 04 here, and anyway. Now the Turning Point 04 here. The main event was Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall against Macho Man, Phenomenal AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. It was a good fight, but the Macho Man wasn't in it for long. He popped up for a couple of minutes at the end. That was about it. So that was a bit weak in my opinion. I was expecting more for the Macho Man in this one, but oh well. Another X Division title match, Petey Williams versus Chris Sabin, a really good match from two good wrestlers. 6 sides of steel cage match, American Most Wanted against Triple H, man. That was a brilliant match. That was the match of the night in my opinion. One of the best fucking steel cage matches I've seen, I think. Just my opinion. World Tag Team title match, Champion 3 Live Crew versus Team Canada. Don't remember that fight. Monty Brown versus Abyss in a Serengeti survival match. I wouldn't say that's that good. DDP and Raven, I'd say it might be okay. Kid Cash, Kazarian and Matt Bentley versus Hector Garza, Sanjay Dutt and Sonny Siaki. New York Connection versus Pat Kenny and Johnny Bad. Lot of shite. Right, Turning Point 04 there. Right. Lockdown 05 here. Right. Number 1 contenders match, AJ Styles versus Abyss. Via Lockdown, DDP, Sean Watman and BG James versus Jarrett, Alpha Male and Monty Brown and Kip James. Good match. X Division title, Daniels versus Alex Skipper. That was a really good match. Alex Skipper is a really good wrestler. Pretty fucking underrated in my opinion. Wonder whatever happened to him. World Tag Team title match, American Most Wanted versus Team Canada. Can't remember that fight. Jeff Hardy versus Raiden in a title match. I'm sure that was a good match. I say it was a good match from what I can remember. X Division Escape match, Matt Bentley, Sanjay Dutt, Chris Sabin and the Shocker. Don't remember that fight. Prince of Darkness match, Dustin Rhodes versus Bobby Roode. I'd say that was all shy. And Sonny Siaki and Apollo versus Candido and Lance Hyatt. Can't remember that fight either. Right. Against all odds, 05 here. Right. Main event was Jeff Jarrett versus Kevin Nash, featuring Keith James and Sean Watman. It's a good fight, I think. Iron Man X Division match, Phenomenal AJ Styles versus Chris Daniels, really good match. World title match, America's Most Wanted versus Kid Cash and Lance Hyatt. I think that was a good fight. Full Metal Mayhem, Jeff Hardy versus Abyss was a good match. Monty Brown and DDP versus Team Canada, can't remember it. Dustin Rhodes versus Raven, can't remember it. Alex Skipper and Petey Williams was an okay match. BG James and Jeff Hamlin against Matt Bentley and Kazarian, I can't remember it. Can't remember a lot of this stuff, just decide for yourself if you've seen it, whether it's good or not. Right, against all odds, 05 there. Right, Destination X05 here. El Daniels on the front there. He's a really underrated wrestler in my opinion. He's really good. TNA is doing fuck all at the moment, though he should be higher than he is. Anyway, Fuck. Fourth title match, King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett versus DDP. Good fight. Ultimate X match for the X Division title. Man, the Ultimate X matches are really good back in the days. I wish they bring that shit back. But on these days, they fuck it up. Hogan add another shitty gimmick or something to it, really. AJ Styles versus Daniels versus The Truth versus Elix Skipper. Sure, that was a good match. First blood match, Kevin Nash versus Kip James, can't remember it. Falls Count Anywhere, Jeff Hardy versus Abyss, can't remember it. Andy Brown versus Triton, don't even know who that is. Don't know if that fight's any good. Full rock match, Dustin Rhodes and Raven, not much good. Chris Sabin versus Chase Stephen off the Nationals, featuring the debut of the Shocker, I don't remember it. America's Most Wanted and Three Live Crew versus Team Canadians. Scott Demore, can't remember that fight either. Wouldn't say it's that good. With Destination X05 and anywhere there. Bound for Glory 05. I'll forget this one 10 minutes. Main event. Jeff Jarrett versus Rhino. I think that was a good match. 10-man gauntlet there. I'm not going to call that shit out because it'll take ages. But it's sort of a normal contender anyway. X Division Iron Man match. AJ versus Daniels. Another great match. They always have great matches. Ultimate X match for the normal contender for the X Division title. Matt Bentley versus Pete Williams versus Chris Sabin, a good match. Fuck, where am I? World Tag Team title match. America's Most Wanted versus the Naturals, a good match. International Showdown. Samoan submission in Small Joe against Justin Liger. It was an okay match. It should have been better, but Monsters Ball 2. Abyss versus Rhino versus Sabu versus Jeff Hardy. That was a good fight. Monty Brown versus Lance Hoyt. That was a shy. Three Live Crew against Team Canada. Can't remember it. X Division 4-way. Sanjay versus Alex Shelley versus Austin Aries versus Roger Strong. A good fight. Right. Now for Glory 05 there. Genesis 05 here. Right. Six-man main event. Jeff Jarrett, American Most Wanted versus Rhino and Team 3D. I think it was a good match. Christian made his debut at this event. X Division title match. AJ against PD, good match. Elimination X match. Daniels, Samoa Joe, Roderick Strong, Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. Matt Bentley, Sanjay Dutton, Austin Aries, good match. Our DQ match, Sabu and Abyss wasn't that good. Jeff Hardy versus Monty Brown was okay. Kip James on the Three Live Kip James special guest referee. Three Live Crew versus Team Canada. Raven versus PJ Palacco. AJ Justin Credle was an okay match. Right, Genesis 05. We're now on to TNA, the best of the Asylum years. I think this is where they started off the TNA with their weekly pay-per-views and stuff like that. So I'll go with this here and tell you the matches that are on it. Right, Sabu versus Ken Shamrock. AJ Styles versus Jay Lynn. Raven versus Jarrett. Elix Skipper and Low Key versus AJ Styles and D'Lo. Jeff Jarrett versus Raven versus AJ. Triple X versus America's Most Wanted, good match. Raven versus Shane Douglas. Jarrett and Lex Luger versus AJ and Sting, a lot of shite. Bonus match, AJ versus D'Lo. Right, this two. Julio Raniero and CM Punk versus Terry Funk and Raven, I can't remember it. AJ Styles versus Abyss. Sabu versus Monty Brown. Jarrett and AJ Styles. Cesarian and AJ Styles. Monty Brown, Jeff Hardy. Kickass AJ Styles. Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett. Sabu, Abyss. Monty Brown and Abyss versus America's Most Wanted. They are a really good tag team. AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. And Monty Brown versus D'Lo Brown. I'm gonna finish it up with it at this stage now because fucking I hadn't known the show, but I want to keep it under 10 minutes, so I'll keep with this for part 1 for the moment and I'll talk to you.